Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. You've got the award-winning In Wheel Time car talk show. Coming up, our local track roundy round expert, Rodney Rodriguez from Dirty Air. You'll hear my thoughts on driving the new 2025 Mazda CV CX-70. I got CC. I got CC here.
No, it's an IWS Opus.
You were using my computer type that, didn't you?
I copied and pasted your thing on here. That's what it is.
That's your second mistake. In your new computer.
See, we're married in many ways, Mars and I. And Mars has this week's events calendar. It's just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. Man, I'm telling you, it's just been a bevy of mistakes.
But not through your new computer. That's your new computer.
No, it's not. That's my old computer.
Oh,
because I finally fired up my new computer. I did something, and how I did it, I still don't know. But it copied everything off of this computer and put it on my new computer, which I did not want to do.
No.
Now I've got to go back and somehow undo what I did.
Good luck on that.
You done did it.
Welcome to my world.
Wow.
Anyway.
Something in the air.
Yeah. Dirty air.
That's what we got coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
How's that a segue?
Rodney Rodriguez. Where are you at a track somewhere at night?
He's in jail.
No, I'm actually at home. These are TVs behind me. I'm at home.
Are you?
At home. Yeah.
It's a rare weekend at home.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great weekend at home.
Is it? Do you have any brown water there?
Yes. We do.
That's
Plenty
good.
of it.
How have you been, my friend?
Been good, man. Just trying to beat the heat. I'll tell you, this is this heat is something else, and we're only getting started. You know, and these race teams and stuff that are sitting out at racetracks all the time. I often wonder. It's like, why do you guys want to be at the racetrack all day long? I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, you start feature races at 8 in the evening, and it's 95 degrees. It's like, man, what are we doing here? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, they got to be there early.
Well, they are there early.
Yeah, they're all day.
All day. They're there all day, and it typically. And I've always wondered how in the world they do what they do, because on race day, Saturdays typically with short track local stuff, that day starts early in the morning and doesn't end until they get home, put their head on the pillow, usually after midnight.
Yeah, and there's a lot of downtime in there too. That's the bad thing. It would be one thing if you could go, practice or whatever you need to do, and then you had like a lounge or something you could go to and then come back in 4 hours. But it's not the case. And I'll tell you what's been interesting to watch here lately, guys, is with these dirt tracks, obviously trying to keep moisture in these tracks is something that's an ongoing track prep is really fun to watch these days, because as soon as that water hits, it's gone. So it's a lot.
It's always good to have yourself a little tank, if you will, in the ground, catching rainwater when you can, and go and suck it out of there and put it in the truck.
Well, I'll tell you, if the water trucks these days, I mean, that's the MVP at the dirt tracks. I was actually at a dirt track, I think it was probably about 3 weeks ago, and they kept having the water, and they did one more pass with the water truck right before the races were about to start, and they overwatered it, and the water truck got stuck. So that was another hour ordeal. So it's like you can't win for losing on some of these deals sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you're a race car driver yourself. What kind of cars did you typically drive?
I was for most of my career, I was in stock cars, what you would call a street stock or a super stock or something like that. Lots of Novas and Camaros were destroyed by yours truly right here. So and right towards the back end of, I never say the R word, because I will gladly jump. Although I have been offered a couple of opportunities this summer and I've turned them down. I have to work. It's the heat. Why I don't want to do it. But right towards the back end of when I was competing full time, I got in a dwarf car. And that was, the little motorcycle engine, 1,000-pound chassis, and that was the most fun I ever had in one of those cars.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. I would love to try to do that, but I think I'd prefer to do it in dirt as opposed to asphalt.
No, I thought the same thing, because when at Central Texas Speedway in Kyle, we'd have about 25 cars on the track, and we were inches apart, and we're just so fast. I mean, they're so fast. And I thought the same thing, because on dirt you're going to slow down a little bit. Well, I mean, you're going still really quick, but man, you want to talk about your body getting beat around. The first time I took one of those to a dirt track, I went out and raced. We did okay. About 3 days later, I get out of the shower and I look in the mirror, and after I look in the mirror and I think, what a beautiful man. I look and I'm literally.
So you often shower with other people, or?
You're all bruised up.
I'm all bruised up, and I'm like, what the hell happened here? And I asked my wife, I said, did you take a club to me last night or something? But it was that where you get beat around. But that was a lot of fun.
Well, I've never seen those on a dirt track, but I certainly have seen them on a 3/8 mile asphalt oval. And I'll tell you what, those things are scary fast looking from the grandstands, much less I can't even imagine what it would be like behind the wheel. Of course, all things in perspective, it's like going down the freeway at 75, 80 miles an hour. You really don't think about that aspect of it. Yeah. But I can only imagine how much fun that would be.
It is. And actually, it's funny that you brought that up about what I drove, because on July 6th, that'll be the next event out at Houston Motorsports Park. The dwarf cars are coming back. Yeah. So it'll be the return of the dwarf cars, and I think we're expecting at least 15 of them out of the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. So that'll be a lot of fun for the Independence Day. I don't know what the event's called, but it's on July 6th.
Do I have? Are you going to be running?
Are you going to run those cars? Are you going to do the announcing, the play-by-play from behind the wheel?
I honestly thought about it, but that day I can't, because we have a couple of folks that are going to be out of pocket that day for the holiday, so I'm going to have to fill in some other aspects. So I need to be on the business side that day, so I'm going to skip.
Can you get me a couple passes, Rodney, if I want to come out there?
You guys should come out. Honestly, I'll take care of that for y'all, because it really is a good thing that's going on out there. We've got it's a good family atmosphere. There's lots of fun things. It's always been like that, but now it's been ramped up. And kind of the goal of what this group is doing out there, led by Owen Pittman from South Texas, is to run it very much like a dirt track, where it's seamless, where it's like race on, race off, race on, race off. It's not he's trying to compress everything into about a 3.5 hour window, to where you're done by 10 o'clock and you get out of there and you're not having to sit around there all night.
Right. Well, how's the attendance? Spectator attendance.
It seems like it's getting better, and I'll tell you what has really just blown this thing up is that we had a crazy idea a while back to do spectator racing. So what we actually do now is you can sign up, you bring your whatever it is.
You're teasing me now.
We had when did we do that? Last week. We were racing last week. We had 18 spectators that showed up and brought their stuff out, and it's everything from the winner last race was a 2022 BMW SUV or something like that. Beat a 2024 Ford Explorer. All souped up, and there was 65 Mustang Coupe, 2002 Camaros, and it's everything. There was a guy out there, I swear he had his work truck out there. It was a GMC F250. That dude got out there, and I nickname every car, so that was the worker's truck. There was a guy out there that I guess he worked for Milwaukee Tool, and he was like in the Milwaukee car. I'm like,
did the boss know he was out there in the
company car?
So that seriously steals the night. That steals the night right there.
Oh, absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
And all I could think of is, Dad's 69 Biscayne, white with a red interior, 4-door, 6-cylinder out there.
I tell you, and there have been, because we've done that 2 nights, guys, and I think there have been 3 different occasions where there's a vehicle out there doing this stuff with like paper plates. So it's like, man, I'm like, this guy's on a test drive.
Yeah,
I've got an idea, and I think it's a good one. It'll involve Mars bringing the in-wheel time truck. With the cap on the back of the trunk, the bed. Yeah, and it's got in-wheel time all over it. What do you think?
I think you should.
It's got a Hemi in it.
You got a Hemi in it.
That thing got a Hemi?
Thank God. We might have to put some different tires on it.
No. You go out there, you put it in drive, and you hit the go pedal on it, and then you just go.
I think he's worried about tearing the tires up. You won't have tires to go back on.
Guess what? They're already tore up, so you don't have to worry about that. But I'm serious.
I just don't know how them knobbies would play going around the curve.
Mars, what are you doing next weekend?
Next weekend,
going racing.
Going to Houston Motorsports Park.
I absolutely love it. Okay, well, let's get back to talking about racing, and let's talk about circle tracks. You know, every year I see more and more tracks closing. And that is very disheartening for me, being a circle track kind of guy. I love circle track racing, as you know.
Yep.
So do you still have the same group of circle tracks from last year that you do this year?
Yeah, everything around here seems to be, I guess, stable. I mean, you never know. That's the weird thing about it. Not that I'm forecasting a racetrack would close around here or anything, but what I see around the country is the new trend really is, I think, where promoters are just throwing up their hands just for various reasons. I mean, the topic that comes up quite a bit is streaming, and that one hits to heart for me quite a bit because, I'm a streamer. I stream stuff all the time, and kind of the consensus about is streaming helping short track racing or hurting it. I sat here last night and I was watching racing from Pensacola. I was watching racing from California, and I mean, in those instances, I think it's not, because I'm not going to go to Pensacola last night or anything like that. But what we're really seeing is that promoters are like, look, the cost is just too much. Social media is driving people away. Social media is not helping the racetracks in the sense that fans and drivers will just get on these things and just start hammering them. And, they're losing revenue and they're losing motivation. And I think that's the hardest thing. I mean, obviously you got to find the finances to pay purses to do all of that. But I think just the motivation and the want to for some of these folks is kind of wearing out, because it's such a changing environment that is just so negative, unfortunately.
I guess because if I was a driver and I came out to
you are
track,
a driver, and you're going to be a new race car driver.
And
Saturday,
there may be 10,000 people watching on the stream, but if there's only 10 guys sitting up in the stands, that I can see where that would be kind of disheartening.
It is. I mean, it really is. That's a great point, Mike, because, and the thing about it is, I mean, a lot of the streamers, and again, full disclosure, I work for several of them, but the streamers will say, yeah, but, the revenue that we're getting, we're putting that back into the racetrack. But I guarantee you that it's not anything that's going to, I mean, yes, every dollar helps. There is no doubt about that. I'm not discounting that. But you think about every empty seat that you have there, or every spectator bleacher that is empty, that's a lot of return on investment that you're not getting. And it's very difficult.
Well, but like you say, though, even if the money was there, if there was enough money coming from that streaming source, like a TV contract or something like that, oh, yeah, we're going to pay you $1 million. But if the stands are empty, then your drivers are just going to, I mean, okay, I don't know. I would think it would be very disheartening to go out there.
It goes for all forms of racing. I mean, you see it at NASCAR races where they've closed off the entire backstretch. You can't even buy a ticket back there. They've covered them all up. And same thing with drag racing. I was looking at some old drag racing video for Diamond P Sports back in the 80s. I'm sure you remember that. The grandstands were jam-packed with people. No empty seat in the house. Now, on Sunday, They may say that they're sold out, and they may have sold all the tickets, but I don't see a full house there.
People aren't there.
I don't ever see it. And same thing, obviously, NASCAR and every other form of motorsports. I mean, let's face it, the entertainment dollar is stretched thin to begin with, mainly because of the economy, but also there's so many things to do, a lot of it online. What do you want to watch? It's online somewhere.
Right. Yeah, sit at home. I can watch 3 different races at home by flipping channels or changing the stream, or I can go and watch one race and watch the water truck get stuck and spend an hour watching him get unstuck.
That's really the whole thing, and like on the NASCAR part and some of those larger series, you get that to where it's not like it was in the 90s and the early 2000s, and it never will be again. I mean, because exactly what you guys are saying, there are lots of other things to do, and there are, I mean, attention spans are not what they used to be for folks. They don't want to sit there for 6 hours baking in the grandstands. I mean, I do it, but that's where we get back to on the short track side, to where a lot of the veteran race fans will say, "Well, I'll go anytime." Well, yeah, there's about 10 of us that'll do that. It's if you get 100 people together, 10 of us will do it. The other 90 are going to go find something else to do.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of instant gratification. Don't get me wrong, but it's
Absolutely.
not the same as going out there or going to a live concert or hearing live music. It's just not the same.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, that's why I tell people very often where I'm like, look, go one time, and I guarantee you that you may not go all the time, but you're going to want to come back frequently. But you look at they're showing highlights of the Formula One sprint race from this morning. Formula One is the one entity, it seems like, that they don't have an attendance problem. But look at that. That's not a race event. That's a bunch of other crap. And there happens to be a race that one dude's going to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at my new high heels kind of thing.
Yeah. Look how short her skirt is.
It's a social event.
So, Rodney, tell me about the Houston race next weekend. You obviously you're going to call that from the press box.
Yeah. So that's really going to be a big. It's going to be a big event. We've got a 50-lap modified race that is set for the open wheel modifieds. We're expecting about 16 of those, and it's going to be some of the big heavy hitters from around the area. So I think that's going to be a tremendous race. Our stock car division is starting to take off again. The steel-bodied, like what I was talking about. That, of course, we're going to have spectator racing. Our legend class has really blown up as well. The legacy division is pulling about 18 cars a night. So it's fireworks. There'll be fireworks as well. An added bonus that is out there this year is right in the middle of the racetrack. We have a huge video screen. So we do lots of cool. Yeah, we do lots of cool things there, and you can see the race. I mean, not like you couldn't see it anyway, but it's right there in high definition. So it's $1 beer, $1 hot dogs.
No, I'm in. I've got it on. I've got it on the calendar, and
Mike, let me know how many. If you guys want to come out, seriously, let me know who's coming out, and I'll get that over to our folks and make sure you guys can just roll right up in there.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Mars, bring the in-wheel drive truck.
So what's the purse if Mike wins?
Okay, I tell you
Can't
what.
do it next weekend.
Okay, then leave the truck here, and I will be your representative at the racetrack, Rodney. Now,
no.
And I'm not signing any kind of agreement that says that I won't race the truck.
Just bring a helmet.
That would be the point.
You got a helmet.
I've got the helmet. I got the helmet.
Honestly, guys, even if you aren't, all kidding aside, even if you're not going to race it, bring the truck anyway and park it there. I mean, get some exposure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, bring it out.
Rodney, it's always fun talking to you. You should join us one weekend. Like for instance, and I know that you can't do the whole show. Well, maybe you could. Come down here next week. You spend the night on Friday night for a Saturday night's race, or you drive in on Saturday?
It's usually just Saturday. It kind of depends what's going on Friday. Right now, with some work stuff, I seem to have a lot of time. So, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we're very familiar with
we
that.
should find a remote someplace up in that Austin area, and he could come out and join us there.
What you should have done is you should have joined us for the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
oh man.
Yeah,
Isn't there a big one coming up in Victoria, or did I miss that?
That's the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
That's the one.
Okay. Oh man.
I know.
Okay.
You could have brought a Legends car or something
Yeah.
and run that.
Yeah. Well, I'd have been there with Legends, you guys. So,
Rodney, it's great to
Good
talk to you,
answer.
my friend. You take care of yourself, and hopefully we'll see you next weekend.
absolutely. You guys take care. Be well.
Thank you. You too. Rodney Rodriguez. Dirty Air is the name of the show. Hey,
Very
like
cool,
getting
fun.
AM radio from Mexico, you can pick up the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our live 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube at InWheelTime.com, and podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
I, honest to gosh, really didn't mean to hit that button, but I just did it because I wanted you to be familiar with our theme song, our opening theme song.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Will you forgive me?
I don't know what you're talking about because I had to go get water.
Can you hear the music in your ears?
I do.
Did you look at the clock and see what time it is?
Yeah,
It
how
wasn't
about that?
time to play that,
Oh.
but I played it anyway. Just to make you...
You just did it so you can make it interest when you come back with the water.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you very much for the water. All right, time now for Mr. Mars' events calendar.
Oh, I got to plug that in, Michael.
Well, that's all right. I was checking with our next guest, and
So you weren't ready either?
No, none of us
Oh,
are ready.
good, okay. Busted.
but I had a good excuse. All right, for the events here, our Mr. Ainsley is up in the UP, and he is actually attending the 48th annual St. Ignace. Is that how you say it?
Ignace. St. Ignace.
A St. Ignace car show. Now, this is a big car show he keeps talking about. He says there's over 800 cars up there in the neighborhood. We couldn't get him up there and get there early enough to
The
actually
big
call
car
in.
show with small town charm.
Yeah. 800
Where is
cars.
that
Pretty
place?
cool.
It's in St. Ignace.
Yeah.
What is
It's
that?
actually
Is
a
that by
place.
the Mackinac Bridge?
Yeah, it's up in the UP.
Yeah. Go to
Saint Ignace.
STIGNACE.com for more information.
Oh my
I don't know how you
God.
say
Oh my
that. But
God.
anyway,
Never mind. He's from Neederville. He's got an excuse.
coming up this Thursday, July the 4th, the Freedom Celebration and Car Show in Spring, Texas. Now, there's going to be a day of fun things going on, entertainment. There's going to be a car show. There's going to be fireworks, a lot of things going on. 25130 Aldine Westfield
Who is
Road.
the distinguished guest speaker, Dave Rover?
He is a veteran that is going to be speaking for the 4th of July.
Okay, thank you.
This is sponsored by the North Central Church. Good family event if you're looking for something to do on the 4th of July. Then on July the 13th, Doghouse Bear Garden has got their second annual Christmas in July car show. This is a Santa's going to be there, bring an unwrapped toy for ages 1 to 15.
Heat? Oh, my God.
You're going to see Santa melt down.
He's slimmed down. It's summertime.
Cars are going to register at $25 entry, 2115 Spring Stubner Road. All proceeds go to the Marine Toys for Tots. Then coming up in August, we're going to get really warm. August the 10th and 11th, the Texas Elite Auto Showcase. This is going to be the first year for this event out at NRG Park. Custom cars, trucks, and exotic cars. Go to TexasEliteAutoShowcase.com for more information. Then in September, the 21st, 11th Annual Big Boys Toys Corvette Club Corvette Show. Entry fee is $35. And this is going to be at the Twin Peaks. Now, this was originally scheduled to be at the Rio Cajun restaurant that told all their employees by text last Monday that they were closed and not to bother to come to work.
Oh, boy.
And so they moved it to the Twin Peaks at 3805 Interstate 10 in Beaumont. All right, coming up then on September the 28th is Woody's 6th annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show down at the Topwater Grill in San Leon. Is that right? San Leon.
San Leon.
Tell me again.
How do you spell Leon?
Leon.
Uh-huh.
San Leon.
And guess what? That's where it is. Not San Leon.
San Leon.
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 I worked with a guy by the name of Leon over at Richardson Chevrolet back in the day. Great big tall guy. Leon.
So we're talking
Tune in next week when we spell cat.
pre-2004 vehicles, best truck, best rat rod imports, best paint, things like that. $30 entry fee, day of the event. Go to Facebook at Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Show. Then on October the 19th, back to the Past Car Show, annual open classic car, truck, and motorcycle show benefiting the Spring Branch Senior High School Foundation, 9016 Westview Drive in Houston, and we will be there.
How long have we been doing this show?
13 years.
13 years.
13 years. And, you know, in all of the shows that we have done in 13 years, I have tried and attempted to have these boys look at the clock once in a while. Well, Mr. Mars just went with a 4.5-minute events calendar that's supposed to be 60 seconds and has ruined my opportunity.
I think so.
My opportunity to do a car review. So for those that were staying tuned for the car review, you've all left, but for everybody else...
They went to their car.
They went to their car to get a hot dog. Thank you, Mr. Mars. I guess we'll do this on the other side of the break.
Sure. He's not listening.
I'm not. I'm ignoring you.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@nwheeltime.com. We'll be back after this.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana? The Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.